The Raiders are facing a tough situation this season. They've been struggling to keep the players who performed well last year, and with trades being made, it's starting to look like a setback for the franchise. While it's clear the team needs to rebuild, it's just as important to keep the talented players we already have. One of our best players, safety Trayvon Mullen, may soon be on the move. Since being drafted in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, Mullen has quickly become a key defensive player for the Raiders. Now, as he enters free agency, there's a real chance we could lose him, especially with a big new contract waiting for him. The Raiders will have to make a big decision: invest heavily to keep Mullen, or let another team like the Carolina Panthers snatch him up. According to an ESPN report, the Panthers are showing strong interest, and analyst Matt Bowen thinks Mullen would be a perfect fit for their defense. Carolina's defense has struggled recently, especially in the secondary, and Mullen could help fix that. The Panthers are looking to strengthen their passing game and defensive lineup, but with just $24.8 million in salary cap space, they'll need to make some financial adjustments if they want to make a competitive offer. However, Trayvon Mullen could make an immediate impact for a team trying to bounce back from a tough season. Head coach Dave Canales and general manager Dan Morgan are both focused on improving their defense and see Mullen as a key player to help lead that transformation. While the Panthers are actively working to improve their defense, the Raiders haven't yet made their intentions clear regarding Mullen's future. With Pete Carroll now coaching the team, it makes sense to think he would want to keep a young, versatile player like Mullen. Carroll has a strong track record of building dominant defenses, particularly with physical, dynamic safeties like Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas during his time in Seattle. Mullen shares many of the same qualities, excelling in coverage and being effective against the run. If Carroll wants to establish a strong defensive identity in Las Vegas, keeping Mullen should be a top priority. The Raiders have a significant financial advantage, with around $99 million in salary cap space, putting them in a strong position to match any offer the Panthers might make. General manager John Spytek has already stated that the team will be aggressive in free agency, and Trayvon Mullen could be one of their first big investments in this new phase. Since entering the league, Mullen has been one of the most consistent safeties in the NFL, particularly excelling in coverage, with key interceptions and being a cornerstone of the Raiders' defense. His durability is also a major asset, something essential for a defense that needs stability. If the Raiders decide to let Mullen go, they'll have to quickly find a replacement, either through the draft or free agency. However, replacing a young, established talent like Mullen could be too big of a risk, especially when the team still needs to address the quarterback position. Losing a player of Mullen's caliber would be a setback in the Raiders' rebuilding efforts. With plenty of salary cap space and a coach who values versatile safeties, the team can't afford to let one of its best players walk away. While the Panthers may make a push, the decision is ultimately in the Raiders' hands. If Pete Carroll and John Spytek want to get the team back to the playoffs, keeping Mullen should be at the top of their list of priorities this offseason.